Hello students, this is Professor here, and today we are going to start a new chapter, that is coordinate geometry. Okay, and this chapter is very important, and I am calling this chapter important because the extension of this chapter you have to study in class 10 also. Means if you understand the concept here, it will be easy for you in class 10. Okay, so here we will just go through the basic terms, basic terms and some basic concepts about coordinate geometry in class 9. Okay, and the sums are not we'll not do many sums in class 9. We'll just do simple sums, and the important sums will be in class 10. Okay, so so what is the basic unit of coordinate geometry? Okay, that we are going to do. So I hope you remember we were doing a number line, right? This is a number line in which at middle we had 0, this was negative side, -1, -2, -3 and so on, and this was positive side, 1, 2, 3 and so on, isn't it? So in number line we had only one line, right? Only one line, isn't it? So this was called a number line, simply number line. But in case of coordinate geometry, here we are studying coordinate geometry also. In higher classes we'll study 3D. Okay, you have heard about 3D, like where you when you watch movie, okay, sometimes you watch 3D movies, right? So those, and but in class 9 and class 10 we are only concerned about 2D. Okay, so 2D means two-dimensional. Okay, so here only we are concerned about two-dimensional, and the number line which we are talking about right now, this is a number line, right? This number line was in 1D, that is one-dimensional only. Why one-dimensional? Because we have only one line, right? But since we are doing 2D, that is two-dimensional geometry, here we will have one more line that will pass through the point 0, that is this point. Okay, so this perpendicular line will be called as y-axis, and this horizontal line will be called as x-axis. Okay, so now these are the basic terms. Okay, and this plane of paper will be called as Cartesian plane. Okay, so Cartesian plane, this paper is a Cartesian plane, and in this Cartesian plane we are drawing two mutually perpendicular lines. So what do you mean by mutually perpendicular lines? Means this line is perpendicular to this line, also this line is perpendicular to this line. Okay, so that is they are perpendicular to each other. Okay, and this horizontal line, horizontal, you know what is horizontal? Horizontal means from left to right. Okay, horizontal, that means from left to right. Okay, so this line is called x-axis. What is it called? X-axis. Okay, and the vertical, that is from up to down. So vertical, that is from up to down. So this will be called as y-axis. Okay, so here we have two axes, and the plural of axis is axis. So two axes. Number one is x-axis, that is horizontal one which runs from left to right, and the another one is y-axis, and that will run from up to down, and that is vertical. Okay, so the horizontal line will be called as x-axis, and the vertical line will be called as y-axis. Okay, so here, as you already know, this for this horizontal line, this one is positive side. Okay, so this is positive direction of x-axis, and this one is negative side, that is negative direction of x-axis. Okay, so this point 0, this point is separating the positive and the negative side of x-axis, right? Similarly, it is also separating the positive and the negative side of y-axis also. Okay, so which one is the positive side of y-axis? This part. So this part is the positive side of y-axis, that is the upper part. So this one is 1, 2, 3 and so on. Okay, it will go on. And this one is the negative side, so that is -1, minus 2, minus 3. So this one is the negative side of y-axis. Okay. So here what we got? We got at first we have one Cartesian plane, okay, in which we drew two mutually perpendicular lines. Okay, one is horizontal, another one is vertical. The horizontal line will be called as the x-axis and the vertical line will be called as y-axis. Okay, and this side of the x-axis is positive side, this side is negative side. Similarly, the upper part of y-axis is positive side, the lower part is the negative side. Okay, so that much we have studied till now. So now, okay, so now this is the Cartesian plane. Okay, so now as I draw the two mutually perpendicular lines, as I already told you, the horizontal line will be called as the x-axis. Okay, so I will write x-axis as x. O is the point where these two lines meet, this point. Okay, and this one is x dash. Why x dash? X dash in the sense it is the negative side of x-axis, means it is x o x dash. So x-axis is x o x dash, this one is dash. Okay, and next one is y o y dash. So y o y dash is what? Y axis. Okay, so this one is x axis. So y dash in the sense it is on the negative side of y axis. Okay, so here you can see these two lines meet at one point, that is O, isn't it? So this is the zero portion for both the axes. That means the value of x here is x 0 and the value of y axis here is also 0. Okay, so this point where the two axes meet, this point where the listen to me carefully. Okay, these are the very important concepts. Okay, so this point where the two axes meets are called origin. What is it called? Origin. Okay, so this one is origin. Okay, so as I made the two axes on the Cartesian plane, so can you tell me into how many parts a Cartesian plane has been divided? I must say they have been divided into 4 parts, isn't it? Because we are drawing two lines, so first part, second, third, fourth. So it has been divided into 4 parts, isn't it? So each part, the two axes divides the Cartesian plane into how many parts? 4 parts. Okay, 4 parts, and each part is called a quadrant. What? Quadrant. So each part will be called as quadrant. QUADRANT, quadrant. So quad means 4. That is why they have been since they have been divided into 4 parts. Okay, so quadrant means 1 out of 4. Okay, so we'll name each part. Okay, so this one is called first quadrant, that is 1. Okay, first quadrant. This one will be called as second quadrant. This one will be called as third quadrant, and this one will be called as fourth quadrant. Okay, so you have to remember, you cannot switch the names of the quadrant. Okay, this one is first quadrant, second, third, fourth. You cannot call it as a first one. Okay, this will always remain the first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. Okay, I hope I am clear to you till here. Okay, so these are the concepts. Now I will teach you how to plot the points. Okay,